And
I wasn't really arguing back, I don't think.
No. Argue is a Latin word for making something crystal clear, for clearing things up, for bringing things to light.
challenging him.
No, I don't even think I was really challenging him. I tend to agree with a lot of what he says.
An argument is to make it unclear. To argue with somebody is to make it crystal clear, to bring the facts forward, to bring it to life. So you want to argue with me all the time. You don't want an argument with me. You want to argue with me. You're polishing up something and you're making it crystal clear. An argument means that you're just throwing mud in it just to throw mud in it, just to keep making it dirty, just because you feel like being a clown. No,
yeah, but I wasn't doing that, was I?
Yeah, no. You were arguing, which was great, because they always say, like Gordon Hall says, you never want to go to court and argue. Of course you do. You want to make it crystal clear. Argue means to make something crystal clear. I want to argue with the judge, and I want to make it crystal clear to him that I'm a man, and that there better be another man on that other side, because this is common law. And that somebody better be making, under oath of affirmation, a claim that's verifiable today, now, or I want this case discharged immediately. So you want to argue with the judge. You want to polish it up and say, I think we have a discrepancy here. I think somebody thinks that I'm a statutory, fictional subject of a 14th Amendment citizen nonsense. Let me argue this and make it crystal clear. I'm not. That's an argue. When you want to argue, that's perfect. You're making it crystal clear. So just Google argue and Google Latin and just say to make clear. That's what I'm doing. I want to argue. But see, all the teachers in school tell you, oh, you don't want to argue. You don't want to argue. Of course you do. You want to make it crystal clear. But they try to teach you that to argue is a bad thing. To argue is a wonderful thing.
I was lucky in that respect because the first degree I did was in philosophy. And in philosophy, the issue was philosophical argumentation was very appropriate because it was doing exactly what you said, trying to make it clear.
Right, but that's to argue a point. An argument actually means just to be a little asshole, just be a little prick. You know, that's being an argument. But the argument,
and that's not what we were doing. We were trying to make things clear.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. Right, if you know what the word argue means in Latin, then that's what it is. See, because I wasted so many years. I actually wrote, like I said, a law dictionary, and it's thousands of pages long, and it's perfect. Well, I think it's wonderful. It breaks it down into their way they define the word, how the Latin, like the root of the word, was defined, and how common people use the word. So it's like three different ways of looking at the same word. Now, you could use the word argue three different ways. How do you want to use it? How you were taught in school, how attorneys use it, or what it really means in Latin.
I prefer clarification.
Right, but I don't want to use Black's Law Dictionary because it's the way the legalese, the way the lawyers write it. So I don't run to a Black's Law Dictionary and look up the definition of the word. I don't want to hang myself. I want to stay in common law. So I had to write it, like I said, if I wrote a word like argue, I gave you the legalese definition of it, the Latin definition of it, and the common law, the way common people use the word. And I like the Latin definition of it to make it crystal clear. I don't like the way we were taught. Argue means to like get into a fight. Same thing as the attorneys say, it means to like get into a fight, combative. And that's what it means. The Latin way means is to make it crystal clear, to let light shine through.